there has been a number of new DLC 1 leaks for Black Ops 6 Zombies, where we now know the specifics of what the wonder weapons are going to be on the map, some other features that could potentially be in this map, and a roundup of all the leaks so far on the new perk, field upgrade, and ammo mod coming in Citadelle Des Morts coming in December. Let's dive in, but I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments as we go through all of this, and if you're excited for the map and want to see more news videos like this, then be sure to drop that thumbs up and subscribe with the bell so you don't miss them. Diving straight in, the only official information we know is on the blog post. It mentions wonder weapons, meaning plural. From them, we've had multiple rumors of wonder weapons returning, such as the ray gun Mark II. But according to Twitter leaker @HeyI'mAlex, he states there is currently no ray gun Mark II coming to Black Ops 6, and that all of the confusion around that rumor started when the gun was found within the PS4 beta files, but references to the Mark II are no longer there in the full launch game. However, Alex followed this up with the code names for all 4 wonder weapons in DLC 1 being codenamed Bloodstone Easy, Life, Fun, and Dope, with Bloodstone referring to the code name of the DLC 1 map, and then each of the words after is the name of each of this wonder weapons variants. And he says, yes, the new map will have 4 variants of its wonder weapon. This is extremely exciting news because this means that these are potentially elemental variants, which has a lot of old school nostalgic zombies connotations, such as the elemental variants of the staffs, the bows, and the die shockwave. 4 days later from these tweets, we got new leaks from Reality UK broke the news that the wonder weapon for the map is a melee weapon. And with the map having a heavy medieval vibe, the immediate assumption is that this could be tied to some sort of swords. It has been a hot minute since we've seen specifically melee wonder weapons in zombies. Then extremely recently, the lid was blown off on these wonder weapons by Alan the Third 90 on Twitter, who shared a tweet containing the official codename for the wonder weapon being ZM Wonder Weapon Umbral Blade, with the word umbral derived from the Latin word umbra, meaning shadow. Another word for umbral could be dark or shadowy or dimmed, implying that this is some sort of shadow blade or dark blade, and confirms that these are 100% going to be elemental swords inside of Citadelle Des Morts. And in a follow-up tweet, confirmed that there are 4 variants for this wonder weapon. What those variants are or do, we don't know yet, but this is extremely exciting news. And the last time we had elemental swords was back in Shadows of Evil. But there is so much more, because he was also able to find in the code all of the known zombie types, which include some that we have never heard before, including Mecha Klaus and Mimic. Now, Mimic we saw within the Emergence campaign mission, so that isn't too much of a surprise. But Mecha Klaus insinuates that Klaus, the robot who's currently in multiplayer, will be returning fully into Black Ops 6 Zombies at some point, and potentially could be an enemy. Now, either this is all tied to Klaus returning in Zombies, or this could be a brand new enemy type that could be pronounced either as Mecha Klaus or Mecha Claus, which could actually be tied to some sort of Christmas event, playing off the words of Santa Claus being Mecha Claus. And we did see a zombified Santa Claus in MW3 last year, so who knows, that could be making a return in round-based zombies. Because if we look at that boss, it looks a little bit like a Mimic, but it is different enough that I would say that it isn't a Mimic. It looks like it's slightly based off it, and there are some rumors about it being some sort of ghoul tied to the clothing design that we had for the Dolly Noir collaboration with Black Ops 6 back in October. But it gets even crazier than that, because Alan the Third 90 has posted what I believe to be a text description or an actual quote from the upcoming map, or could be something entirely separate to Citadelle Des Morts. This could be a future DLC map. This could be part of a different mode altogether that isn't zombies, and it's very strange because this references element 115, which we have never actually seen before yet in the Dark Ether universe. So he tweets, "Control, a meteorite has broken apart above the area, scattering fragments of element 115 across the AO. Each fragment is highly volatile and must be destroyed. The guild is already on site, attempting to retrieve them. Locate and destroy every fragment and eliminate any threats in the area." Now, there's no doubt this is a very weird bit of text to read, and the more I look into this, the more I think this could actually be tied to like a Warzone event or a multiplayer event, something definitely not for zombies, because it just doesn't make sense. And apparently that group mentioned at the end is tied to the Warzone narrative. But regardless, element 115 is involved in this, which is again something we've never seen before in this Dark Ether universe, or even in the new modern Call of Duty games. So it's all a bit odd. Some other discoveries Alan the Third 90 has shared is that he's found that there are a ton of references to zombie Hellhounds within Black Ops 6, specifically being brand new Hellhounds created for the engine, which we could see in DLC 1 as the alternate version of the Vermin and Parasite rounds, and that will be quite unique to the map if that is the case. And there are several references to Hellhound eliminations, melee, critical kills, vehicle eliminations, and then splash medals appearing depending on how it was taken out, such as melee, RCXD, criticals. Definitely sounds like that is going to be upcoming very soon. Another very exciting discovery is that the Wonderwaffe DG2 was also found within the files as a Black Ops 6 version of the weapon itself, with the Black Ops 6 codename at the start, meaning it's been created purposely for the game. There's also references for it to be Pack-a-Punch, so that confirms that we're going to be seeing it. I don't know if we're going to be seeing it in DLC 1, seeing as Richtofen used it in the intro for Liberty Falls, and it's heavily rumored that the mansion is going to be one of the DLC maps. That's probably when we're going to see it. As far as DLC perks go, Alan the Third 90 has found major and minor augment customization for Vulture, Death Perception, and Tombstone, but it seems very likely that Death Perception is going to be our DLC 1 perk based on other tweets by Reality UK, which, if is true, is a little bit of a underwhelming perk to introduce as the very first one, because it would be awesome to get a completely brand new original perk, or even a perk that we haven't seen before in a while, like Vulture. Whatever perk we do get in DLC 1, the other two perks mentioned are probably going to be coming later down the line. As for the new ammo mod, Alan the Third 90 was able to find major and minor augment customization for both Shatterblast, which is from Black Ops Cold War, and a brand new ammo mod called Light Ray, which is likely to be the brand new ammo mod that we're going to be getting for Season 1, which is really cool because we've not had any new ammo mods in like 4 years. So I'm really intrigued to see how Light Ray works, and it's great that we have Shadow Rift and now a brand new one already within DLC 1. And Reality UK also shared that Frostblast has been fully added to the files, which is looking to be released with Season 3. And from that, they can infer that the second DLC map for zombies will release on the launch of Season 3. We currently don't have any time frame on when that will be, but it looks like that there could be a potentially big gap in time between our first DLC map and then the second one for Season 3. And Reality UK has also shared that Tesla Storm is looking likely to return to Black Ops 6 at some point as well, which I'm personally really excited for if that is the case, because I think it's one of the best field upgrades out there, and I loved using it in Modern Warfare Zombies. One of the most fascinating finds from Reality UK was all of the current existing modes within the Zombies files, which include Jingle Hells, which is very likely to return in the holiday season, which we last saw in Black Ops Cold War, that gave D-Machine a bit of a festive makeover. We've not properly seen it since, but in this mode there would be a lot of Christmas presents that would be dropping and spawning around. You also had Santa flying through the sky at the start of the map. And Activision have stated that Zombies is going to be getting a lot more love with its events, even some Zombies exclusive events, so that could potentially be one of them. But very interestingly, if we go further down Reality UK's list, he mentions Turned and Grief, which both modes we saw back in Black Ops 2 Zombies. Now, this has existed in the code of every Black Ops game since Black Ops 2 without fail, and it's hard to know at this point if it's still leftover code or if this might genuinely be something we'll see in the game files, since this is now on a different engine to what Treyarch were using back in the day, where they would continuously build upon that, explaining why the leftover files existed. Let me know in the comments, would you want to see Turned and Grief return? And if so, exactly how would you want it to be different from Black Ops 2? Let me know. But the craziest one is that Classic mode is still in the files, and this was discovered all the way back in the beta in September, and there was a massive discussion in the community about the existence of a classic version of Zombies, where there would be a lot of different things that were disabled and changed and altered, with ideas like spawning in with a pistol, having the OG point system back, and a ton of other things that would revert it to a more nostalgic feeling Zombies. For some reason that is still in the files. I personally don't believe that classic mode could come to Black Ops 6, and if it does, it could be something that we see a lot later rather than something that they introduce now, because it would just 180 so many changes that have been made for the better with this game mode, and those fundamentals wouldn't work in a classic mode. So I don't really know why it's there. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to read them. And then finally, there is a mode called Nap. No idea what that is. Could that be some sort of dev testing mode, something that's abbreviated to mean a different mode? I have no idea. But that is a roundup of all of the known leaks so far about DLC 1. It feels like every few days there is just more bombshells being discovered by data miners designers and leakers on Twitter, and I want to keep you guys in the loop as much as possible. So if you want to stay up to date, be sure to subscribe with the bell ticked. And as soon as we get more news, be it official or from leaks, it will be here on the channel. But I'd love to know all your thoughts about what we've discussed in the comments below. And if you want to see a brand new updated Season 1 Best Guns in Zombies video, or watch the new world record round 999 on Liberty Falls, and you've got these videos to choose on your screen right now. Just click one of them. I'll be with you in a moment.